Hi guys, Rich Boy J here back in with another video, and today we are going to be working on Starkiller base. I know, it's been a while, but obviously I had some things I had to do. I built that beautiful Razor Crest MOC, and shout out to everyone who has shown that video and that MOC support. It's been honestly kind of overwhelming, but now that we can set that aside, we can actually move forward and continue with Starkiller base, because I have neglected this thing for far too long. It's been so long since I've actually been in here to work on this MOC. So I have gained a lot of new subscribers since then. So what I'm actually going to do before we get into the build is just show you guys what this MOC looks like right now. It's not super clean, like this workspace isn't perfect, but it'll at least give you guys an idea of what my intentions are with this MOC. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the camera real quick. Actually, I'm going to turn this so I can actually see what the heck is happening. So Ryan Studio says, yeah, you and Matt have been slacking in your MOCs. So, I mean, to be fair, I have been working on another MOC. It's not like I wasn't building. So I think I deserve a little bit of the benefit of the doubt when it comes to that. But yeah, this is Starkiller base. It is quite huge. It's a lot of TIE fighters, lots of troops, lots of pieces, and this is actually just half of what I intend to build on this MOC. I still want to include the interior of the base, which is going to be a lot of pieces in itself, and then of course the snowy / forest area, and then also the oscillator building where the X-Wings raid the planet and blow up the base. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive in on this MOC, guys. Put the Razor Crest on Starkiller next to the TIE for scale. I would if I had space on this table. Unfortunately, I don't. Will you be taking this to a brick fair when it's done, or would it be too risky? No, and it's not even because it's too risky. I just have there is no convention that's going to match up with my time frame for having this MOC done. Plans can change, but at this point, I have no intentions on taking this to any convention. But what's up, DP? How you doing, man? What's up, Mike and Ike Productions? Tuxedo Alien just answered his question. Born Brick Productions says he's going to go record a video. All right, good luck with that. How many pieces does it have? How many pieces does this entire MOC have? Honestly, I have no idea. So Star Destroyer is a great model, but it was so boring to build. Dude, I haven't even gotten to build mine. I've been so busy working on other projects, I haven't touched it. I built the last Star Destroyer, so I kind of know what to expect when it comes to that. You know, it's fairly repetitive build, just with the shape of it and the monotony of the colors. But, I mean, like you said, it's a great build, so I really cannot wait to see that get done. Oh, another thing I'd like to mention is this is not going to be a long stream. I actually have to go to my brother's basketball game in about 45 minutes, so I'll probably cut the stream off in about 40 minutes. But until then, we can hang out and talk about Star Wars. Lots of Star Wars to talk about. There's so many things that have happened in the world of Star Wars that we haven't even gotten to talk about since they happened. So please, let's discuss it. The only one thing I will say is we can talk about The Mandalorian. I mean, the last episode, it's been almost a week since then. So we're good there. I am playing Fallen Order. I have not finished Fallen Order. So I'm going to say let's not talk spoilers about Fallen Order. Really, I'd like to just avoid talking about it at all. The one thing I will say is it's really tempting to build the Mantis, the main ship from that. So I feel like I just finished the ship, and I would hate to keep neglecting Starkiller to jump into another ship, but it is very tempting. That's what I'll say about that. But we can talk about literally everything else. I actually have a lot of things I want to get off of my chest. What do you think will happen in the next Mandalorian episode tomorrow? It's so hard to predict, right? Like, I literally have no idea. I'm not sure. how are the changes coming to YouTube going to affect your channel? Do you think you'll be okay? I'm not sure. I really just don't know. I don't know. We'll see. None of my videos have been auto-flagged, so I have not had any issues there, but who's to say if that will continue? I think worst case, I will continue building and I will continue posting. If it becomes the scenario where I don't have comments, I would try, I guess, to seek out some other forum to foster the community here, whether it be like a Discord server or something like that, so we can all still continue to talk and share ideas, because the community, especially on this channel, is super important to me, and I would hate to lose something like that if I can't have comments on my videos. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. It's not something I'm going to stress about now. I'd rather enjoy the time we have together, and then we'll see what happens when we get to that point. Do I think Lego will do Fallen Order? I think yes, at some point. As for when, I don't think anytime soon, unfortunately. Hey, shout out to Chris from Productions for the $5 super chat. He says, haven't done this in a while, so I'm rusty on witty quips for this thing. Just wanted to check in and see how's life in Mockbone again. Life has been pretty fantastic, man. Like that Razor Crest that I has been doing super well. The video almost at 50,000 views, which is always awesome. And there's been a lot of interest in people actually building them, getting the instructions. So I'm super hype about that. Today's been pretty good. I didn't have work, so I spent the morning playing some Fallen Order, and I'm spending now buildings on Starkiller base. Would you like to see a set from the first episode with IG-11? It would be dope. I guess, yeah. I mean, if I had to, he's probably going to be in the battle pack that we're going to get. Like, that would be my guess. But if he's not, I mean, he's, out of all the characters we've seen so far, he's the easiest to build, like, you know, without having a dedicated minifig. Like, obviously, you wouldn't be able to do the bandoliers without some modifications. Maybe some rubber bands or something might help with that. But he would definitely be the most straightforward figure to build if you did just want to have an IG-11 fig. What's up, Roanoke Candy Buck? How you doing, man? It's been a while since I've even been able to stream, so I've had a couple of people, you know, message me like, "Have you been streaming?" I haven't gotten notifications. I was like, I actually just haven't been streaming. It's actually been over a month since I've streamed. This might be the longest stretch, like, since I started streaming, where I just have not done a stream. And that's what happens. Like, I mean, you guys understand. It's so nice that I can talk about this now, because for the longest time I didn't talk about it, right? The Razor Crest mock was supposed to be a surprise, and it ended up being that way, which was nice. But like, I was just working nonstop on that thing. Trying to design it and trying to have it ready to show off in a video, basically day one of the first episode. So, and then even like once that day happened, that was a bit of an ordeal. Like literally, the day I tried to upload it, I had the video done, and I was like, cool. So I uploaded it. Let's say maybe around like 3, no, actually maybe like 2 my time, 2 p.m. my time. I uploaded. I'm like, cool. I have pretty fast internet, so it doesn't take long for me to upload videos, especially ones that are 28 minutes long. So I did that. I went to go just chill, came back to it. It's processing at 0%, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, but sometimes the processing on YouTube can just take long, so I'm like, you know, whatever, it's not a huge deal. So I go do other things, come back to it, still processing. And I'm like, crap, okay, like this is kind of getting concerning, because I actually have to go to work pretty soon. Basically what ended up happening was it did not finish processing before I left. In fact, I got an error message on it saying like, we couldn't upload the video. And I was like, what? Like, why? Like, what? Why can't you do this? So what I ended up trying to do was, I had to go to work. So what I did was, I literally just sat my laptop in my back seat, and I just like had the video like uploading on YouTube while I was on the way. Actually, no, I had to, yeah, I just had it uploading because like I needed to make sure it was going to upload and like add the ads to it whenever it finished. So I get to work and I'm realizing like I was using my phone's internet to try and upload it, and it was just taking way too long. Like I knew the video was not gonna get out on time, like or at a reasonable time if I kept trying to do that. So what ended up happening, and this is weird too, like I am checking my videos that I've uploaded to see like, you know, what I can do. And I find that apparently the first video that I tried to upload did eventually just upload, and I just had to publish it. So I was just like, oh, well, that's convenient. So I was able to publish it. This is all a very annoying experience, right? Because like, I mean, I haven't been super active on the channel either, as you guys can tell. Like I hadn't been uploading for quite a bit on this channel leading up to that point, and I was just like, it's really gonna feel like it was almost all for nothing if I can't even get the video out on the day that I wanted to get it out. Fortunately, it did end up happening. It was a very popular video, and I imagine a lot of you who might be watching right now are actually here because of that video. So shout out to the Razor Crest. We can also talk about how in that second episode I was so just like dumbfounded whenever he went back to his ship and the Jawas had just gutted it out, and I was just like, dude, like if they don't, like if that's the end of the Razor Crest in this show, I want to be so mad. Like if you guys could have seen the reaction on my face whenever he pulled back up to it and it was just gutted, I was just like, are you kidding me? I spent all this time designing the ship. Like, I didn't think that they were just going to not show it anymore, but I figured, like, if they took all the pieces, maybe he's going to have to find other, like, parts to put it back together and it's not going to look the same or something. And I was about to be so mad. Fortunately, they did not do that. The ship ended up looking the same way. So it wasn't like after, you know, an episode, my Razor Crest build was already outdated. Seems Legit says he's making a Mantis MOC right now. Are you doing it to minifig scale? It's like a big ship. I didn't realize it from the trailers, but it is a ridiculously big vehicle. That was kind of the only thing that made me not want to just go ahead and jump into it. Like, it'd probably be like 2.5 feet long, honestly, like at minifig scale. Shout out to CreeperCraftBricks for subscribing. What's up, King Bibby? How you doing, bro? Man, it's been so long since I've seen so many of your screen names. The climax of the first episode was somewhat spoiled for me. So the half-destroyed Razor Crest was the thing that shocked me the most about that show. Yeah. The Mantis is the main vehicle from Jedi Fallen Order. I think the thing I like the most about the Mantis is the interior. The interior looks very nice, very Star Warsy. It's kind of it honestly kind of reminds me of the Ebon Hawk from KOTOR. Have I seen the new slick Ferrari? No, I have not. Appreciate that, King Bibby. Says the interior is the reason I want to build the most. I agree. The cockpit is cool. It's kind of, it reminds me of the U-wing. I mean, the U-wing, like, it has... Oh, God. Holy crap. I need to be careful. The U-wing has, like, you know, a standard sloping cockpit, but it has, like, a sloping cockpit at the bottom as well, since it's like a drop ship, so that you can look directly down. So I like that a lot about the Mantis, that it's kind of designed that same way. I have to take this whole thing off. Don't break it yet. I know, right? I need to be careful. says Razor Crest turned out fantastic though, Jay. Totally worth it though. Such a neat design on the show, very unique shape. Makes me want to try and build it, but I've got a lot of projects right now. It was kind of something that I just decided to do on a whim. Like, I think when I first saw it, I was kind of like, oh, I'd like to build that someday. And then, you know, I kind of just didn't really think about it. But once we started getting up, you know, close to the premiere of the show, I was just like, you know what, I got to build this thing. And I want to have it ready for day one. And that ended up happening. I was very happy it worked out that way. I know, right? Sometimes it feels like I don't have enough years on this planet to build all the MOCs I want to build. If I could somehow turn MOC building into my full-time job, I'd be good to go. Oh god. Alright. It says, yes, my current project was like that, and now 2 years later, I'm still working on it. I'm sure your current project will be well worth the wait, Enter. You hyped for episode 9 in Kenobi. I'm kind of ambivalent about Kenobi. I'd say, slightly excited for episode 9. We should do commissions. That's a whole other thing, right? Like if I did commissions, that would significantly take away from the time I had to work on my own stuff. And obviously, I mean, if you want to turn MOC building into a full-time job, that's how you do it. But I guess I should have been more specific. I would like to turn building my MOCs into a full-time job. Rumored Mace Windu show in 2020? Oh, God. I have no interest in seeing that. I've already seen the Microfighters and the Knights of Ren. I did a video on that. Maybe the Mandalorian and the Battle Pack will have the silver armor. See, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I would hope so. I would certainly hope so. What's up, David? How you doing, bro? Maybe the Mandal... Oh, yeah, I just read that. You ready for Mandalorian tomorrow, bro? Do you have any idea on how to build big Lego, or advice on how to build big Lego mountains? Just sit back and watch me do it here. He says he's taking crate parts for Mandalore. 1 sec. Shout out to Mal for donating $5. He says, no matter what happens next year, Boyos to the end. Also, Mando Theory, Yoda, and Yaddle. I'm guessing... the message went away too quickly, but I'm going to assume you said something alluding to Yoda and Yaddle having a baby. You think Yaddle died in childbirth? That's why she only was around for episode 1? We might be onto something here, guys. We got to figure out what happened to Yaddle. It's the biggest mystery of the Star Wars universe. Bro, this looks awesome. End product's going to be sweet. Appreciate that. I certainly hope so. Yaddle is the Yoda species from episode 1. It says Yaddle died from sacrificing herself to save Anakin, not from childbirth. That is not nearly as exciting as her dying from childbirth, Sandy. I want to ignore what you said. Wow, imagine dying and sacrificing yourself for a little brat who's going to end up to become Darth Vader. Mando Battle Pack could be the best of the new sets. Have you seen it yet? Or are you just speculating on that based on what we've seen from the show? Appreciate that, Tuxedo Alien. Apparently that's Legends. Alright. Exactly. In new canon, Yaddle died in childbirth after having baby Yoda. I mean, yeah, exactly. What's up, Luca? How you doing, bro? Shout out to Extra Medium 77. That's funny. You go to like a clothing store. They're like, "What size do you wear?" Can I get an extra medium? Appreciate that, Sam 5210. What's up, Tapal? How you doing, bro? Do you think Mando will turn in Baby Yoda to the guild leaders? I think that'll be a main story once he realizes life is. I think I would assume he probably will not end up turning in the Baby Yoda. If Baby Yoda doesn't get a... Oh my god. Baby Yoda does not need a lightsaber. Real Yoda didn't need a lightsaber. If normal Yoda already has a tiny lightsaber, could you imagine how tiny Baby Yoda's lightsaber? It'd be a light dagger. A light knife. Not gonna lie, my jaw dropped when the Mandalorian disintegrated the Trandoshan with his rifle. I know, right? That was so dope. Like, his weapon is so OP. But here's something we gotta talk about. This is what I've really been wanting to talk about with you guys for a long time. I got something I gotta get off my chest. So I want everyone who's not a fan of Rey because she's too overpowered and she can do all this crazy stuff with no training, I want you to come to the front. I want you to come to the front of the room. This is dedicated to you guys. Everyone who criticized Rey, called her a Mary Sue, said that the new Star Wars movie sucked because she was too powerful. This right here is for you guys. Alright. I want all of you to keep that same energy when it comes to Baby Yoda. Like, seriously, okay? Listen to me. Rey caught so much slack for supposedly being able to do too much and being untrained, yet we're willing to accept the fact that this baby can use the Force and lift a giant animal? I don't see anyone complaining about that, especially to the extent that they complained about Rey, and I have a problem with that. Because I want y'all to keep that same energy. And I'm gonna say a few things also. The number one response I've heard people say to this is, well, it's a Yoda species, and we've known Yoda species to be Force sensitive. One, no we don't. Just because the one Yoda species we've known, or I guess two if you include Yaddle, have been Force sensitive, does not imply that all Baby Yodas, or that all of Yoda's species are super Force sensitive. And even if they are Force sensitive, that doesn't necessarily mean that they know how to use it as a baby. And then the other response I've heard people use is, oh, well, it's 50 years old. The whole point, though, is that it's still a baby. Just because it's 50 years old doesn't mean that it has, like, 50 years of, like, adult experiences. Most of that is, like, things happening to it beyond its comprehension because it's a baby. I don't say this to criticize Baby Yoda, because I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying, for all those people who criticize Rey, how does Rey get criticized, but we actually accept Baby Yoda, and it's not a problem at all? I need somebody to break this down to me. All of you people who were just saying, oh yeah, I was one of the Rey criticizers, this is your time to shine. I need you to explain to me why it's okay for a baby to lift a giant animal, but oh God forbid Rey use a Jedi mind trick on a stormtrooper. Please tell me. I need answers. Jay, why are you bullying me? I'm sorry that I had to do this to you, but Star Wars fans had this coming, alright? We gotta talk about it. Harrison's Lego World says all the baby wanted to do was play with the rhino. Extra Medium 77 just says reasons. Come on, guys, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. It says, honestly, I still think it's because Yoda's species has a greater connection to the Force. I mean, fine, okay, like, I don't think that's necessarily true, but even if that was true, what does that mean that a baby can do those things? Like, the one chosen one that we've met has been a human. Like, clearly humans have a pretty good connection to the Force, right? At least some of them, the ones that we've seen. So why is it like ridiculous for Rey to be powerful, but totally understandable for the baby Yoda? Colder Christensen says, babies can use the Force. A Rodian baby in the Clone Wars juggled some blokes, but baby Yoda using the Force like that is kind of OP and a bit ridiculous. So I'm watching this on my phone. At school, I don't have headphones, so the volume's low. Jay yelling can be heard. Rey is a human, it's not Yoda's species. I keep hearing people say, yes, Rey's a human. What does that have to do with? That has nothing to do with anything. I never heard anyone, like, if Rey happened to be some other species, you think people would be more forgiving? No, the problem was always, oh, she's untrained. How does she know how to do those things? This baby presumably has just been living with a bunch of pirates its whole life in its little egg thing. But apparently it's okay for the baby Yoda to use the Force on a giant rhino? Jay, it's obviously because Rey is a female. We need patriarchal oppression in society and in our Star Wars content. I mean, I'm not saying that's not what it is, but I'm not saying that is what it is. Maybe the Empire had him and emphasized Baby Yoda's Force abilities. That is why the Empire remnants want him back. I mean, whatever backstory you want to attribute to it, like, why doesn't Rey also get this? Like, why doesn't Rey get the benefit of the doubt, right? Like, you don't see people like going either way, saying like, oh, like maybe Rey had these experiences as a child that made her do all these things that like made her more Force sensitive. Like, no, it's always just immediately, oh, she's a Mary Sue. It's, oh, she's way too powerful. Oh, Disney doesn't know how to write. But when Dave Filoni does it in The Mandalorian, oh, it's so cute. Like, oh, that's so cool. Look at the baby. It can use the Force. Like, we just got to be consistent. That's all I asked for. That's all I asked for. So as I said, it doesn't make sense. It was most likely fan service. And to reiterate, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's fine. I think it's fine to just accept that protagonists in Star Wars are powerful. That's it. Okay, I'm sorry, Rowan. You gotta take a time out, bro. I want you to think about what you've done. First time watching you, I just like and subscribe to you. Appreciate that, Astro Brick 125. Says, could be the baby had a strong instinct to stop the creature from hurting the Mando. When Rey was pursuing the guards, it was weird she knew the exact trick. So then why couldn't that just be an instinct then? You don't think that's an instinct? How did Luke know the exact trick to pull his lightsaber out of the snow? He wasn't trained to move things with the Force. He had never even seen anything get moved with the Force. All I'm saying here is all the people here who are like, oh, like, this is the reason why it's okay for Baby Yoda to do these things. Why doesn't Rey also get that benefit of the doubt? Why don't people give her that kind of, I guess, leeway when it comes to it? When it comes to Rey, it's always, oh, she's just overpowerful. Whatever. I don't like her. It doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying. Baby Yoda says, I can do whatever I want, Jay. I do what I want. I do what I want. So that's how I feel about the matter. That's how I feel about that. I've been wanting to talk to you guys about this for a long time. We don't know what Luke learned between 4 and 5. Okay, but who did he learn it from? Who was he trained by? If the argument is, oh, Rey didn't get any proper training. Okay, who trained Luke? Yoda? No, he doesn't meet Yoda until episode 5. Why did Mando bring Baby Yoda to that dangerous pit with the rhino? My guess is, so I was thinking about that too, like, why is he like bringing the baby with him? My guess would just be he didn't have a ship, so he didn't have a place to put the baby. and you could probably assume like some pirates may try to come back after him, and it wasn't really safe to leave the baby alone. So just bring it with you. Like, it's, even if you have to take it to a dangerous situation, that's safer than leaving it somewhere where you're not sure where it's going to be. Luke admits he didn't read the Jedi text, so that can't be that exactly. And people were saying Obi-Wan and Yoda trained him. Well, okay, one, he didn't meet Yoda until like halfway into Episode 5. And I mean, honestly, the way the movie plays out, I would assume like Luke hadn't been in communication with Obi-Wan between 4 and 5. Just the way that he reacts to seeing his ghost in Episode 5. I think the implication there is like this is the first time he's seen him since like he died. Because Rey is not as cute as the child. Not to say Daisy Ridley isn't cute. Rey is don't disrespect Daisy Ridley by not calling her cute. Daisy Ridley is a cutie. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. Point being, I don't really care. Like I said, I'm totally fine with people in Star Wars being powerful just because. Everything doesn't need a reason to happen in Star Wars. I think we need to get away from that. It's totally acceptable for Rey to be powerful just because certain people are powerful with the Force. Yoda's powerful with the Force. Obi-Wan is just powerful with the Force. Like, Mace Windu was just powerful with the Force. The Emperor is just powerful with the Force. We don't need to know their backstory. We don't really need to know who trained them. We don't need to know who their parents are. They're just powerful. It just happens. That's the way the Force works. There is always hope. Now, don't get me wrong. Training is important. Training can refine a Force user, but it's not the end-all, be-all. People can still do incredible things with the Force, because at the end of the day, you guys have to understand the Force is instinctual, right? Like, Maz tells Rey, you just have to close your eyes and just tap into the Force. It will guide your actions. So to imply that, oh no, you need training, otherwise you're not allowed to use the Force, that doesn't seem right to me. Because I feel like everything we've been taught in Star Wars goes against that. Yoda never trained Luke with a lightsaber. Those were all things he picked up as an extension of him just learning how to let the Force guide him. Can we all just call him the child until we hear its real name? I feel like Baby Yoda is just more intuitive. Like, it's more obvious. When I say Baby Yoda, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The child, you might have to think about it for a second. What's my favorite Star Wars ship? The Republic gunship. Yodi. Baby Yodi. So yeah, all of you who criticize Rey, I want you to go sit in timeout and think about what you've done. I still love you all. Man, I was ranting so much, I didn't even place that many bricks. Luke had 3 years to train with a saber between 4 and 5, just saying. I mean, okay. Shout out to AlBelProp38 for the donation. Appreciate that. I mean, that's fine. Like, but when he uses it in Empire, he's not good. Like, I don't understand what your point is there. Rey at least was. I mean, I would imply, based on like what Luke looks like with his lightsaber in Episode 5, he probably did not train very much with it. That's just the way it looks. I would say he probably did not train very much. Rey, on the other hand, like, has used a staff her whole life. She's used that same type of weapon. She's not going to be clumsy with it. Will the Mando take off his helmet? I think he eventually will. I think at some point, yes, that will happen. And it's going to be like a big thing. Like, it'll be a big reveal in the show, I imagine. He clearly did not. He lost a freaking hand. Yeah, that is Yoda's lightsaber. He's sitting like right behind my computer. All right, see ya, baby Yoda. Has anyone played Fallen Order? It was really short. We're not going to talk about Fallen Order, especially not spoilers. That's my one rule for this stream. No Fallen Order talk because I have not finished the game yet. Yeah, I did see that. I did not see what his name is, so please don't spoil that. I'm counting on you guys to be homies. If the Sith Jet Troopers are in the film, how do you think they'll play a role in the movie? If so, how many do you think they're going to... How do you think they are going to die to Finn? What? Why do you think they're going to die to Finn? Do you think the Mando will die? Like, do I think we'll see his on-screen death? I think we got to see the show. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I think I just need to see like the tone of the show. We need to see like how willing they are to kill people off. My guess is gonna be because Dave Filoni is involved, he's not gonna die. Dave Filoni just doesn't like killing off his main characters. He just doesn't. Like, the fact that at this point Ahsoka is probably still alive is kind of ridiculous. Like, I do find it kind of interesting that people give, like, The Last Jedi a hard time because Finn didn't die in that scene where he's charging the battering ram cannon. Yet they're fine with Ahsoka walking away from a lightsaber battle with Darth Vader. Like, that could have been the perfect end to her character. It literally would have been poetry. But instead, in canon now, Ezra jumps through a time portal and pulls her away and saves her. How ridiculous is that? How ridiculous does that sound to you? Like, I swear, if Rian Johnson did that, anything like that in The Last Jedi, like, I can only imagine how people would feel about that. Like, that is so ridiculous. Shout out to Stormy for the 501 donation. He says, if the rumored Mandalorian battle pack doesn't have Baby Yoda, I'm going to be sad. I don't know. But no, like, Ahsoka totally should have died there. Are we in agreement with that? There's no reason to keep her character around. I don't know what it is about Dave Filoni. I mean, I don't think Ezra had to die at the end of Rebels. But to just not give him a consequential, not give him like a concrete ending, to just say he's just somewhere floating out there, he may or may not, like, I don't want to make this a Dave Filoni bashing stream, but I'm not going to go there. There are time portals in Star Wars, bro. Doesn't that just sound like the most fan fiction-y thing ever? Like, you just go to this temple, and all the famous Star Wars movie moments have a door that leads to them, and all the famous Star Wars movie quotes are just playing in the background, because those are things that are important to us as fans. It's just so shallow. Like, this vast universe, but it all boils down to, like, these big movie moments. Like, it's so goofy. Dave Filoni. Oh, Dave Filoni. I have not finished Rebels, so spoilers, I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we... I mean, to be fair, it has been a while since Rebels has aired. This has been a fun stream, though, guys. It's been fun to talk to you guys about Star Wars. I feel like it's been forever. I love all of you so much. With this seemingly looming, like, potential devastation of our community, I'm going to take every stream to let you guys know how much I appreciate, for one, just the support. Like, you being right here watching this stream right now is just awesome. I really appreciate that. But also just the memories. Like, some of the best memories, the best things that have happened to me over the past couple of years that I've been streaming on YouTube has been because of you guys. And there's always like more of you coming in, and it's awesome. I love what we have. It sounds like a breakup. Another one bites the dust. They should play that when the Jawas get disintegrated. Another one bites the dust. It's not you, it's me. It's not me, it's you. It says, maybe Baby Yoda will be saved by live-action Ahsoka, and then the Mando kills her. Baby Yoda is going to be saved by live-action Ahsoka, and then live-action Ezra is going to appear riding his space whale. Right? Appreciate that, Ricky G343. I'm actually probably going to finish up the stream. I love how this is what I've gotten done, but it was great to reconnect with you guys. Honestly, I'll probably stream tomorrow. Might be late. We'll see. I definitely will try to do another stream before the end of this week, but it was good to talk to all of you guys. If you just want my quick thoughts, I really do like the Baby Yoda should have flipped the Sandcrawler upside down before. Exactly, right? You should have just flipped it upside down. Baby Yoda should have just snapped, and then all the Jawas just disintegrate. Anyways, that's going to finish up today, guys. Thanks to all of you who came through. Thanks to all of you who donated. All you guys are awesome. Like I said, if I don't stream again today, I will try to do it again before the end of the week. Might be a late night stream. We shall see. We shall see.